Isn't it really pretty? It's been like a good 6 years. Hi everybody, it's Virginia Chan from Humid with a Chance of Fishbowls. Once again, it's our Chinese New Year series, and today we're going to be making lucky lanterns. What you will be needing are lucky envelopes, so I'm going to show you some examples of lucky envelopes. So we have some that look like this, some that look like this, and some that look like this. So I would say probably don't use the square ones or the really small ones just because it's not really going to work. So today I'll be using these ones. You don't need a lot of them to make one lantern, you just need 4. You need 4 of the same kind, and then you just need one extra one as scrap. Scissors, a tassel for the end of your lantern, and then just ribbon, any type of ribbon. Then you're gonna need a stapler. All right, so let's begin. All you have to do is you're just gonna close out the envelope, so the flap, I'm just gonna tuck them in like that. When you make your own video, it's kind of strange because I'm just chatting to the camera, but you also don't respond back. So I've tucked them in, and all you're gonna do is decide which do you want to be the front of the lantern and which do you want to be the back side of the lantern. So I want this to be a front side. I'm gonna put it facing me, and then I'm just gonna make a fold horizontally halfway, and then I'm gonna make one vertically. That's basically it. Do the same in all the other ones. All right, now that you're done that, have it face you, and then what you're gonna do is you're just gonna fold the corners in halfway to meet the line in the middle, and do it to all 4 corners inwards, like this. So now that we have this, we're gonna combine it. We're gonna combine the corners. So the character is Phúc, and you'll see it all the time in Hong Kong, and you might be saying, what the Phúc? And what it is Phúc means fortune. And so if you want this to be kind of the same, make sure it's not upside down and they're all facing the same direction. And then what you're supposed to do is you're gonna staple down right along the crease that you made. Make sure that you try to go below the crease and not above it, and that'll make more sense when we do the later parts of the lantern. It's gonna look something like this. Then you're gonna grab another envelope and do the same thing. Now, once you've got 3 of them, you're gonna pause, and the reason why is because you wanna make sure you prep your ribbon so you can put it inside. Since I have a lantern already, I wanna just measure it so it's the same length. Tie it, secure it. Now that you have this, what you're gonna do is you're gonna use your single lucky envelope, and you're just gonna cut a strip of it. Then you're just gonna attach it to the bottom where the knot is. Just fold it around itself a couple of times. Make sure it's pretty fat because you wanna put it in to the middle and you don't want it to slide out. And then I'm just gonna go crazy and staple the life out of this thing, just so it's secure between the ribbon and the lucky envelope. Okay, mine looks pretty good. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna take back your ribbon, you're gonna tuck it in here, and then you're gonna grab your last envelope here, you're gonna staple it away. Okay. Oh no, my Phúc is upside down. So you can use a normal stapler, but I think it's harder. I think it's way easier when you have a mini one. And then the last one. So now we have the top. I know it doesn't look like much, but that's what it looks like. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do the same things on the bottom. You can see that, once again, you can put them together, and you are also, once again, going to staple, but a little bit below the crease. I've done 3 envelopes, and I've left the pocket like this, so to speak, kind of like a Pandora's box. And that's because now we gotta put the tassel in. So once again, here's your tassel. I'm gonna cut another strip off of my other piece of lucky envelope. And because this is actually quite heavy, So I'm gonna thread the piece of paper through and I'm gonna bend it a couple of times just to make sure it's gonna stay. And then when you're stapling, just make sure that you're stapling the piece of paper to the actual tassel or ribbon itself. All right, that looks pretty secure for me. So I'm gonna pop it right in and then just close it up. So other things is when you staple, make sure you staple pretty close to the opening. That way your tassels and ribbons don't come out. And also make the piece of paper that you have inside quite large so it won't have room to slip out either. And probably don't have a too heavy tassel. Okay. And then if you don't find it to be puffy enough, you can always use your thumb, go back in and kind of readjust the shape a little bit. All right, I like how that looks. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the top and bottom fringe stuff, the details. So for the top, you can see that it's a point up, it's a triangle that goes upwards. We're gonna be cutting from the bottom up halfway. Make sure you cut above the staple or else the whole thing will obviously come apart. That's why you wanna make sure that your staple before was below the crease. So you're gonna try to cut along the crease. You're gonna try to cut halfway and a little bit more. Okay? Now that we have that, you're gonna have something that looks like this. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab the two together, so they're holding hands almost, and you're gonna staple in the middle. So if you don't have enough room to staple, it just means that you have to cut a little bit more. There you go. The top is really pretty now, right? All right, now we're gonna do the bottom. The bottom, if you look at it, there's a point that goes downwards. What you're gonna do is you are gonna go and cut from the top down halfway. So you're gonna do top to the bottom halfway. Once again, careful not to cut above the stapler or else your whole thing will unravel. All right, now that you have same thing as well, I find it easier actually to turn it upside down and do it. Same thing, you're gonna hold the two and then just staple in place. Here it is! Wasn't that super easy? And it's super pretty too, right? So the only thing is make sure you don't staple your fingers together. Other than that, it's pretty simple. And they honestly look so much prettier and they look like you spent a lot more time and effort on them than in reality. Let me know how it goes for you and let me know if you enjoyed this. See ya next time, jogging!